Hello, I'm IUR. Today we will learn a heuristic of the ideal ultimate result. Some of you might be familiar with the Back to the Future movie, where Michael J. Fox plays a teenager Marty McFly, who traveled in time with help of a great-looking car you see in this slide. If you did watch Back to the Future, you may remember how great it was to know the future and to prepare for it in advance. Would you be interested in foreseeing the future? Being an engineer who can anticipate the future is a great advantage. You would be able to develop novel artifacts that outperform similar artifacts of your competitors. Today, you will learn how to foresee the future without time travel. In order to do this, you will learn the heuristic of the ideal ultimate result. Please be aware that some practitioners know this heuristic as the ideal final result heuristic. The name discrepancy is due to a translation from Russian. The word ultimate represents the original Russian meaning more accurately than the word final. So, in our lesson we will use the word ultimate. As I have already mentioned, the heuristic of the ideal ultimate result can help you to establish a direction of evolution for a product you design and to focus on developing solutions for the future. This might assist you in outperforming others and in delivering future designs ahead of everyone else. The ideal ultimate result heuristic is a part of the method of the ideal result, and its specific role is to engage a practitioner in reframing a problem by establishing the direction of evolution for a product under development or under improvement. Let us learn the heuristic by trying to think of the future ways to clean glass. Just recently, the Victorian Government of Australia gave an approval to build a 90-story tower in my home city, Melbourne. Can you imagine 323 meters of glass and steel? Wow! At the same time, who do you think will clean all the glass windows of this high-rise? The traditional way of doing it is somewhat challenging, especially when you need to clean glass at a height of over 300 meters above the ground. So, what can we recommend to improve the procedure? Let us see what future ways to clean glass more effectively can be suggested by the heuristic of the ideal ultimate result. This slide presents the 3 steps of the ideal ultimate result procedure. First of all, we need to establish the function which we wish to improve. Secondly, it is required to formulate the ideal ultimate result. And lastly, we are expected to spend time and effort to reflect on the direction to the solution that is suggested by the ideal ultimate result, reframe our task, and record solution ideas. The first 2 steps of the procedure are pretty straightforward and would require just a couple of minutes. The third step is more demanding and might occupy you for much longer. In step 3, you would be expected to explore existing technologies as well as solutions of Mother Nature, and possibly even to apply idea generation heuristics like that of 8 fields of McCamap. Let us start with formulating the function that we wish to improve. Clearly, in our case, it is cleaning glass. So the first step of the heuristic is complete. We establish the function and we can now move to learn how to formulate the ideal ultimate result. There is more than one way to formulate the ideal ultimate result. One of the simplest is to use the following structure. I wish the function to improve happens by itself. In essence, we wish that the function under improvement is achieved by itself, with help of some magic. Does that sound realistic? Well, it certainly doesn't. Correctly formulated ideal ultimate result is always unreachable. Surprisingly though, such magical look at the function you wish to improve results in novel views of the problem and often brings inventive solutions. let us use the structure to formulate the ideal ultimate result for our task. By inserting the cleaning function into the suggested ideal ultimate result structure, we got "I wish cleaning glass happens by itself" statement. This ideal ultimate result can be reformulated as "I wish glass cleaned itself." In other words, the ideal ultimate result suggests us to develop a self-cleaning glass. Looking at this ideal ultimate result, you may say that self-cleaning glass is a dream and cannot be implemented in reality. Does this mean that we formulated the ideal ultimate result incorrectly? No, actually it doesn't. This time we expressed the ideal ultimate result well. As I have pointed out before, a correctly formulated ideal ultimate result is unachievable. In essence, the ideal ultimate result is an unattainable dream that helps us to see our problem afresh and to generate novel ideas. Well, we have now completed the first two steps of the heuristic. Ideal ultimate result we formulated recommends to develop a self-cleaning glass. Let us move to the third step and see what do we need to do next. While we reflect on the formulated ideal ultimate result, it is helpful to visualize the ideal system that is proposed by the ideal ultimate result and, if possible, try to find an image of any system that in some way delivers the function by itself. Actually, cars we drive offer a good example of a system that is close to self-cleaning glass. If we consider windscreen wipers as a part of the windscreen system, we can conclude that the windscreen actually cleans itself. When you try to visualize the ideal system, try not to reject any magic. Some of you may consider sketching such system or even using the heuristic of smart little people to see how such an ideal system can be realized. While reflecting on the ideal ultimate result, it is wise to answer questions on existing technologies that can deliver the function under improvement. You also need to search for the examples from Mother Nature of self-fulfillment of a function similar to that under improvement. In our case, these questions can be formulated in the following way. Do I know of anything that self-cleans? How does it work? What are known ways to clean glass? What are the possible means to keep glass clean? Can I use any existing solution of modern nature to achieve self-cleaning? You may need to search the internet and to look through research papers on the means of self-cleaning, both in existing technology and in Mother Nature. As we discover, more and more often, Mother Nature has already resolved many problems similar to that we face. So, you too can learn from Mother Nature and can borrow her solutions. As mentioned before, this third step of the ideal ultimate result heuristic procedure is the most challenging of all. You need to carefully think of what the formulated ideal ultimate result means for your development and how you can achieve this by means of the existing technologies, scientific concepts and Mother Nature solutions. It is really critical not to escape the challenges of the third step, convincing yourself that the suggestion of the ideal ultimate result is unachievable, so it doesn't make sense to think of it at all. It is certainly impossible to achieve the ideal ultimate result fully. Nonetheless, if you devoted appropriate time to reflection on the formulated ideal ultimate result and investigated available means to deliver it, including relevant Mother Nature solutions, you are likely to discover a truly novel design of your product. You do not believe me? Do you believe that thinking of the self-cleaning glass is a waste of time? Okay, let me show you an example of a glass that practically cleans itself. Actually, this product is quite old. It has been on the market since 2001 and has been extensively used by the building industry. You may compare the cleanliness of the two glass plates, ordinary on the left-hand side and the Pilkington glass on the right. There is a clear difference there, isn't it? Pilkington glass is coated with a thin layer of titanium dioxide that is transparent. This coating, though, brings to the existence two cleaning processes. The first one is known as photocatalytic. UV light reacts with the titanium dioxide coating, and due to the interactions of light with electrons of titanium dioxide, breaks down organic dirt. The second process is known as hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means attracted to water. A hydrophilic surface of titanium dioxide ensures that rainwater spreads evenly over the surface of the glass and, as a result, removes the loosened dirt from its surface. Also, due to the hydrophobic properties of the glass, it dries without forming streaks on its surface. Interesting, isn't it? Or do you think that this example is a fluke and that self-cleaning in general is not possible? Here is another example of self-cleaning. This time it is based on an analogy with Mother Nature's lotus leaf. Similarly to a lotus leaf, plates you see are covered with super hydrophobic coating. Hydrophobic means water repellent. So this coating rejects dirt, like a lotus leaf. This means that the plates you see in this slide never need washing. Interesting, isn't it? Or you think that it is another fluke? Here is another example then. This is a heavily enlarged image of a self-cleaning textile that was developed by RMIT researchers early last year. Nanostructured silver, shown in red, had been deposited on the interwoven threads of cotton fabric. As a result, silver nanostructures show a localized surface plasmon resonance effect. Consequently, the nanostructures absorb visible light and use this energy acquired from light to degrade organic matter that is stuck to the cotton fabric, meaning no need to do your washing. Your clothes can clean themselves. Hopefully, you're feeling more positive with self-cleaning and the ideal ultimate result we have formulated. Let us devote a couple of minutes to establish the way the heuristic of the ideal ultimate result really works. In essence, well-formulated ideal ultimate result helps us to identify the direction to evolution of the function we wish to improve. Whether we like it or not, artifacts develop towards the ideal ultimate result, towards self-fulfillment of functions. If you are still uncertain, you may consider devoting some of your time searching the internet for examples of such ideal products. And there are hundreds of them. You will certainly like self-sealing bottles for fuzzy drinks, self-sharpening pacers, and self-healing aircraft structures. Just recently, for example, researchers reported on dental treatment that results in self-healing teeth. Correctly formulated ideal ultimate result is unreachable. If you devoted your time to reflect on the ideal ultimate result suggestions, if you investigated existing technologies and looked at appropriate Mother Nature examples, you will be able to see solutions that focus on the future. You are likely to outperform others. Well, today we've learned the heuristic of the ideal ultimate result. Let us remind ourselves of the 3 steps we need to follow. Firstly, establish the function to improve. Secondly, formulate the ideal ultimate result. Thirdly, spend time and effort to reflect on the ideal ultimate result, reframe your task, and record solution ideas. Try this heuristic. Although it might seem simplistic, it can help you to develop tomorrow's products today. Also consider learning more heuristics from the Edisons21.com repository.